Alright everybody, welcome back to another Was It Worth It? Today we're going to be looking back at a special edition DVD of one of my favourite horror films. We're looking at the limited edition Evil Dead Book of the Dead edition. So, I remember seeing this before, I seen this version of the DVD before I even seen the film. I remember where I seen it, who I was with, and everything. So, I was in Irvine, a wee town in Scotland. I was in the mall, Rivergate, went into Game. This is back when Game still sold DVDs, and I was with my gran. Now, when did this DVD come out? So, this DVD came out 2002. So, what age would I have been in 2002? I'd have been 15, 16-ish when this came out. So, with my gran, I was like, Gran, I've played the game of that in the PS1, Hail to the King. I need to see the film. I need to see the film. So, my gran's like, have you got enough money for it? And I was like, aye. So, she purchased it for me because, as you can see, it's an 18. So, I remember getting home, taking the thing out, having a wee flick and watching the film and just instantly falling in love with this film. Instant love to this film. So before we get to the Book of the Dead, let's have a look at the wee cardboard sleeve. It tells you what we get in it. So at the time, it was we get some audio commentary, so a wee 26-minute documentary by Bruce Campbell, the wee another featurette for the film, trailer, TV spots, stamp bios, the usual. But at the time, that was good for DVDs. That's average these days. So, the thing that sold me mostly on this, I'd have got it if it was just regular Evil Dead, because I've been wanting to see the film since I played the game. But the Book of the Dead, so, as you can see, it's like made of that Halloween mask style rubber. It even smells of it. It's awesome. Well, right now it smells like a Monster Munch, but I think that's because I had a packet of Flaming Hot Monster Munch and my hands are still smelling of it. So you can see it it's meant to represent the Book of the Dead from the film, which is made of human skin with a face. So if you turn it over, you can see it's got an ear and everything. And you can even see the wee T. Sullivan. You can see the designer put his wee mark on it, so it's cool. So let's have a look inside the Book of the Dead edition of the Evil Dead. So you open it up. It tells you what it is. It's awesome. You get some nice wee artwork, so that's cool. So then you get a nice wee introduction just talking about the Book of the Dead and everything. So there's Tom Sullivan, the guy designed it. You get an awesome bit of artwork there. So then the next page, you recognise that from the film. That's one of the main pages you hang on in the film. You get some of your, I'm pretty sure that says dedicated to, I can't even bother trying to decipher that through the camera, but it says something. So, but look at that, that'd make an awesome tattoo, just alone that. So then you've got pages like that, so you've got some Deadite language, some symbols, some messed up skulls of Deadites from the film. And I think that's meant to represent transformations of people possessed by Deadites, but look at it, it just looks awesome. So you go through it, you can see your flesh slowly melts away. There's one of the winged Deadites. Pretty sure they turn up in Army of Darkness. So, yeah, look at this. You get an eyeball, because Deadites have always got white eyes. So that showcases that. That's just cool. Then you've got a map on this side with some sort of sea creature. I've always been convinced that's the west coast of Scotland. If anybody's got any rough idea where it's meant to be, I don't know if it's just because I'm Scottish, but it does look like the west coast of Scotland to me. Does anybody else agree it does resemble the west coast a bit? I'm not sure. Maybe the northwest, but it just reminds me of Scotland quite a bit. But those pictures are awesome, but I really like that. That is just cool. So then you've got that picture. I'm pretty sure that appeared in the movie as well. You've got some more wannabe tramp stamps. That would work as a tramp stamp if you're a bit of a goth chick. So then you get to this page. It's got a wee book on Evil Dead. So let's just sit that there and have a wee swatch at this. So that's quite nice, but nice if it was made to look like that though. So I'm pretty sure it gives you promotional artwork and stuff. So bringing down Dead for Dinner, History of the Evil Dead in your home. So it's basically, I think it's talking about like the VHSs and the video nasties that happened here in the UK. Like there's one of the VHS covers. I've got that VHS somewhere. Got it somewhere in the house. So there's another one. I think that's a laser, is it? Japanese laser disc. That's a cool picture of Bruce Campbell with his chainsaw. And that's quite a well used picture. Sam Raimi there. So there we go, Night of the Living Dead. You get the Evil Dead again on Laserdisc. And then there's a bunch of different covers for the film. And then it comes to DVD, and then there's all different versions of DVD of the Evil Dead. It's countless how many different versions there is of Evil Dead on DVD. So that's a cool wee book. I remember really enjoying looking through that. I don't remember the book being mentioned here actually. Behind the scenes footage. No, the book's not mentioned from what I can see. Oh, that was a nice wee bonus. So that you get this cool. That's chicken trapdoor trying to get through. So I remember thinking when I first got this gun, what's that all about? But as I said, so then you get to this page and you've actually got the DVD, full uncut special edition. So if you're going to watch Evil Dead for the first time, uncut was the way I seen it and it was awesome. So then you've got the chapter selection, which is awesome. Then the book kind of just ends. You've still got the inside all rubbery. It's a bit more solid in this page. But was this worth it? I think at the time it cost me £19.99. And a pre-owned copy of this goes for about £23-25 minimum. And sometimes that's without the additional packaging, it's just this. So was it worth it? Of course it was worth it. It introduced me to the Evil Dead. Introduced me to my favourite actor of all time, that is Bruce Campbell. The man can do no wrong in my eyes. If he's in it, I'll watch it. Please don't make a porno, because I don't want to watch that. Please don't. But I've watched so much because he's in it, and every time he's on screen it's just amazing. I've read all his books, I've read his comics. If you've never seen Evil Dead, I can't recommend it enough. And if I personally know you and you've never seen Evil Dead, hit me up and we'll shove it on. There's 3 Evil Dead movies. There's Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn, and Army of Darkness. But then they made a TV show a few years ago, set 30 years later. So it's Ash vs Evil Dead Season 1, 2 and 3, where it finishes it off. So it's got a nice conclusion. So you get 3 films, followed by 3 TV series, which aren't too long. The episodes are only 20 minutes each. And it's hilariously gory. It's amazing. So the films go from straight up horror to horror comedy to horror action comedy, back into horror comedy. So it's amazing. But Evil Dead Book of the Dead, if you ever find this version cheap, I recommend picking it up. If you just find the Evil Dead itself cheap, pick it up, because Evil Dead is worth it every time. Every single time. So thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, the usual nonsense, and have a good day.